Hello, hello. Welcome to your weekly moment of inner alchemy. Where we spend just 30 minutes together to realign, to attune ourselves, to breathe, to feel the spaciousness that is ever present within our lives and within ourselves. And to get clarity and to receive guidance and to shift your vibration into a better feeling one, allowing the sounds to guide us there and the drawing to guide us there and me to help guide you there. So welcome. I am 𝙤𝙩'𝙨. I'm an acupuncturist, sound healer, and clairvoyant. I have been helping people for over 22 years now awaken the intelligence of their body-mind to achieve health and harmony. My mission is to harmonize the nature of oneself. So thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for showing up for yourself. And before we dive in, I want to invite you to a very special session that's happening this Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on March 9th. It's a sonic acupuncture session, which is quite different than these gatherings that we have on Tuesdays. And your contribution goes to a really wonderful cause. It's part of the Double the Love Foundation's online community clinic. So it's a sliding scale, and everyone can be there. Everyone is welcome. The last one that we had was the launch of the online community clinic, and the results were really phenomenal. People showed up for different reasons, but experienced their knee pain going away, back pain going away, feeling balanced in their mind and body, feeling grounded. Someone also just had a really relaxing session and saw a lot of colors. Another person just loved the sounds and felt really calm afterwards. And so it brings your energy, any of that dissonance that's in your field, it brings it into a harmonious state and helps it flow again. And it's in that flow that we transform the pain that we're experiencing. So anywhere that our vital life force isn't flowing, that can lead to painful experiences in your body, in your mind, and that ripples out into the world around you. And so using sound as medicine, which is we all are vibration and sound is vibration, and the frequencies and vibration of the sound tools that I use bring your body mind back into that healing state and activates that innate intelligence that you are. The body can heal itself given the proper environment. And so you'll be able to really be in that space with others, come together for a group intention of finding balance and peace and healing and whatever the sounds medicine has for you. So I do hope you'll join me and the others who are going to be there. The link is in the description, so you can click to sign up. And if you can't be there live, there will be a recording for a limited time. So just if you feel called to experience that for yourself, it is acupuncture using sound. And so, I get to use my ability is to bring that vitality and life force to you, no matter where you are in the world, which is really beautiful. And you're also welcome to invite others that you feel would resonate with that kind of work. But it's really fun, and the results keep blowing my mind. So, of course, I can't guarantee any results for you. It's however the healing is needed for you. So there's an intelligence to the way that the unwinding happens, because when we experience something, let's say a trauma, for example, it doesn't, well, let me rephrase that. Let's say you're coming in with sinus problems, okay? And we're treating you for sinuses. You're treating you for sinuses. And yeah, we might get some result, but the way that the body's going to unwind is it's going to unwind the way that the pattern kind of came into being. And I remember there was a client that I had a long time ago who came in with sinuses, and he was getting some relief, but not enough. And when I was looking at him on the table, I could actually see like a red glowing area over his low back and sacrum area. And so I asked him about it, and it turned out that he was in I think a motorcycle accident years prior to that. And so because of the way the body is structured and everything's holographic and the body mirrors and images itself, that part of the body created stagnation in the lower part created stagnation in the upper part, so that chi could not flow through, right? There was a blockage in the low back. And once we started working with that low back and opened up where the blockage was, then he had longer relief from the sinus problems. The sound knows how to do that. It's like water, making its way through, a rock, for example. It will find the path of least resistance to create the opening with effortlessness. And so it will do that with you and for you. So the healing might not occur in the way that you think, but changes are happening. And so that is one of the reasons why I cannot guarantee results, but you will have an experience that is unique to you and the way that your body needs to unwind from a particular pattern. Another example is I had a client coming in, I remember, for another car accident, and he was having a lot of back pain and groin pain. So I was focusing on that. And after several months, he says, oh, my chronic cough cleared up. Well, I didn't know about that because we had been working on this back pain. But that's just another example of working on one thing and then another aspect of your experience begins to heal itself and resolve itself, and that vitality begins to flow again. And so this is one of the ways the sound will work, and how it works for you will be for you to experience. But I know that it does work, and I love to hear how it works for each of you and how it unfolds. That's really where the magic is, from my perspective, is in listening to all of your stories. And I have a few of them actually posted up on my YouTube channel, like and subscribe and share, that you can go listen to. And they're really beautiful sessions, testimonials from clients who experience sonic acupuncture, and they can tell you about their story. So do take some time to listen to that if you're curious. But and if you are curious, just come on Thursday and get to experience it for yourself. It's really a beautiful space. So let's dive in to the drawings, see where that takes us and what is in the field for us today, dear ones. Okay. Beautiful. Let me get comfy so I can draw for you. Okay, so let's see what we're here to address today. Kind of a lot of anger and frustration, or frustration verging on anger. Things you want to say that you're not saying, a lot of unexpressed emotion. So maybe someone's feeling like TMJ or headaches or that neck and shoulder tension caused by a clenching jaw. Unexpressed self, the unexpressed self. Almost like a silent scream, there's so much wanting to come out and be expressed, and there's really no safe place for you to even do that. And it's coming out in other ways, right? We understand how that works. Like if you keep something suppressed and repressed, it's going to rear its ugly head one way or another. Maybe you're going to get into more accidents, right? That's happened. Or maybe you start taking it out on your children or your loved ones, or your loved ones and your loved ones. Other people, you might take it out on other people. Oh, look, it almost looks like a heart. Okay. Where'd my pen go? There we go. So you're taking it out on other people, or you could be taking it on in yourself. Maybe you start to go back into unhealthy, patterns, and you're not eating well, or maybe you're overindulging in ways that, don't serve you. Okay, so how is this frustration / anger rearing its ugly head for you? And is that anger even yours? Or are you picking it up from others around you who don't express their anger and you feel it? Maybe you're a sensitive soul like that. You're empathic like that, and you feel other people's emotions and you take them on and you believe that they're yours, but they're not. But you amplify them and you reflect them back, and people look at you like you're crazy when all they're seeing is really their own emotions having an expression through you. So it becomes a skill to really identify what you're feeling is yours and what isn't yours. I know that was something I had to learn early on, and I'm still learning, but I can tell if it's mine or not mine. It can be more challenging in intimate relationships and the people you spend a lot of time around, which is why, you know, it's healthy to take some space for yourself so you can detoxify your energy from other people, right? So I've been watching this wilderness show of survivalists on Netflix called Alone. I got totally into that. And these people are with themselves in the middle of nowhere trying to survive. I have a lot of interesting things that I've walked away with after watching the show. I'm almost done. But just that feeling of just being with nature itself, and the only person you feel and hear is you. Can you imagine what that's like? We're never really alone in this day and age unless you really go take yourself out into nature, you know, into the wilderness probably. Me, I prefer the beach. But, you know, where you can hear yourself and feel yourself, feel your own energy. And that's a really beautiful way to get accustomed to really what's you. So when you re-engage with others in the world, you can identify what's yours and not yours. What is this? But it takes too much energy. It's so much work. Not really. It's not really work. I mean, the energy that it's taking is it's actually consuming your life force because your energy is not flowing in harmonious ways. It's getting backed up and it's getting, you know, stifled by the influences of your outer world, which is affecting your inner world. So the work is really just in paying attention. And there's a lot of changes that can happen when you just start to pay attention to how you feel. And you start getting curious about your feelings and the sensation that your body is communicating with you. And then you can begin to dialogue with it. Is this mine? Is this mine? Right? I was working with a client this morning and she's made tremendous shifts in her thinking. And she knows that a lot of that thought pattern has actually gone away. How? Because she feels it in her body. She doesn't feel it in there anymore. So your body is really going to be the best indicator for you in giving you direction of where to go and what to do and how to and what to feel, whether it's yours or not yours. It's giving you information from the external world and from your internal world. So when you begin to pay attention to how your body is feeling rather than paying attention to the external world, then you understand more how to navigate through the external world. Hey, Mom. Nice to see you here. Okay. So your body's messages are key. And again, not everything you're feeling belongs to you. You're picking up information from the outer world. That can be a gift when you know how to manage those waters. So you are like a sieve almost, and those things that are not you are moving through you, and you really get to experience so many different feelings, so many different thoughts, so many different, you know, access to a lot of inspiration, energy. It's so beautiful how much you get to experience through the differentiation of you and not you. Right? Because if it was just you and experiencing you, there's a beauty to that. But, you know, then you can distinguish all those things outside of yourself and you get to really experience it moving through you. And those are those sensations you begin to pay attention to. And sometimes what happens is we make stories up about them because you believe it to be you. But if we don't add the story to that and we just feel it as if it's water washing through you, this experience of life force through different people's energies, through the energy of the environment and other people and animals and nature, and you get to just kind of feel that moving through you, then you have access to a broader experience of life itself through other people, right? Through the world around you. It's really magnificent when you can make that shift in your awareness. And it does take some time, but the time it takes is for you just to ask the question and to pay attention. Is this me? Is this me? If this is not me, what am I feeling here? Oh, this feels like anger. Wow. Wow, that's fascinating. So you're getting information about the person in your field, right? So you probably had an experience where you feel totally fine. You walk into a room and all of a sudden you're, pissed off, right? That was the energy imprint left by somebody else in that room that you're feeling, but you think it's yours. You're not realizing that it's the energy left over from that person's strong emotional gassing, right? And it's the same thing with places. Environments have that energy too, especially old places, right? Or places that had a lot of trauma, for example. I know for myself, when I visited some Native American sites, I got super sick and had really painful experiences. And I could feel all of that energy kind of moving through my body. It took me several times where it didn't affect me as much when I would go back to those places. But I knew to prepare myself. So my body lets me know in the form of pain. But once I became aware of what was happening, it was easier to kind of fortify myself against that instead of taking it all in and purging it and detoxifying it through my own self. I didn't have to live it out that way. I could feel it and then recognize what it was and let it cycle through. Okay, so we're picking up this information all the time through our body, mind, and we might be unaware of how it's influencing our thoughts. Okay, and that's the other benefit of understanding this information that flows through you, is how it affects your thoughts, and are these thoughts your own? So when you begin to do this long enough, you begin to command your own mind. You become operating from your inner authority. You act more as a sovereign being, and you make your decisions for yourself, right? So it's a really empowering place to be. And I encourage you all to start to experience and experiment with noticing your body's feelings in different situations. When I'm this person, I feel this way. Let's just do this now, because this is kind of an interesting little, game, I guess, is think of someone that you know. Okay. Now, when you think of them, you might have thoughts come to mind in your idea of them, but there's a feeling your body has when you think of them, right? It's almost like you hear their music. There's a feeling that they have, and that's how you identify them. That's how you identify them, by their vibration, that your perception of them, the vibration that you perceive them to be. That's how your body is identifying them. Your mind has different stories and things, like I said, that come to mind, and labels such as their name and where they live and your relationship, et cetera, et cetera. But there's a different music that they have that you feel when you think about them. So just feel them when you think about them. There's a feeling you get, there you go, when you think about that person. Beautiful. Let's do it again. Let's just kind of experience different people through our awareness and notice how our body experiences them. Okay, think about someone else. Let's just think about someone else. Maybe someone in your family, for example, or a partner, just anyone else who comes to mind. Doesn't matter. So there you go. Notice how that feeling of them is different from the other person. So now just connect with how your body feels them, how you're perceiving them through that vibratory connection of your perception of them, how you're taking them in. It's not who they are. It's how you take them in that you're feeling that. Okay, so just feel how that feels for you, right? That's you feeling their music, right? Now go back to that first person and feel them. Okay. Yeah, and then let's just kind of go back and forth between these two people that you're connecting with, so you can feel the difference between them. You're feeling the difference between them. You're feeling how you take them in. Okay, it's not who they are, but it's your perception of them that you're feeling. It's the way your body is receiving their information that they're broadcasting to you, and you're receiving that. There you go. So they're slightly different channels, right? This person has one channel. Feel them again. Good. And this person is another channel, and you're going to feel them. Yeah. So let's do for fun. Like, let's think of if you have pets. Not everybody has pets, but if you know a pet, that's something else. Feel into, your pet, your fur baby, your animal, your four-legged companion, your soulmate. Okay. Feel into them. or one of them. Okay, beautiful. Now, sometimes it's easier, notice if it's easier, because I was picking this up, to feel, your pet. It's so hard for me to use pet, because for me, they're like a person, but I'm using the word pet so you know that I'm talking about an animal, a life. We're all animals, but a four-legged soul, okay? So feel into this four-legged being that shares space with you and a heart with you. There you go. And notice if there's any resistance to how you take them in. Usually there's not, right? That's probably why some of us have such a deep connection with our fur babies. Okay. So now go from your fur baby to your two-legged companion. Go back to one of the people you're working with and see the difference in their fields that you're perceiving their fields. Yeah. Yeah, someone just had a kind of eye-opening moment there. Let me know what you're noticing in the comments while we're doing this. Put a few words in the chat. What are you experiencing as we're doing this? Are you able to, I know I can feel you connecting with that. You've been keeping an eye on the occult, esoteric, alchemy, conspiracy theory, live streams, and looking to rebuild the research community. Okay, it's a business proposition. Thanks, Jonas. So if you're able to connect with the different perceptions of their music, let me know what you're experiencing. I appreciate the reach out, Jonas. Thank you. Okay, so see if you can feel that. Now let's play again. So we did human, we did four-legged, and then we're going to do plant form. Okay, that's okay, Jonas. We can connect with me later and we can figure that out. Okay, so now let's connect with a plant form. So maybe you have a plant that you love. I know there's a banana tree in the back that I just love, variegated banana. So now take in, one of the plants around you. Maybe a tree that you love or flowers that you love. There you go. Okay, notice how your body's taking in that information. Yeah. Very different level, right? Very, very different level of perception and consciousness that you're taking in. Okay. Now we're focusing on one thing at a time, right? So just imagine how our body's taking in all the information of our environment all the time at once. Okay, that's why we can get a little befuddled and confused. Okay, so this is really helpful to make these distinctions for yourself. And when you're in a room with one person or a restaurant, think of all that information that's coming in that your body's picking up and how to filter that, or it's not just to let it move through you. Just take, it's like if you were just floating in a pool and you get to feel those waves, okay? But you're still you in the process. Now, let's kind of reverse that for a moment and just feel your own energy. So unplug from everybody. And that outer awareness that you were feeling towards other people, turn that awareness toward yourself. See if you can just feel your own energy now. Anybody else that's in there, which there is, just kind of allow them to unhook. See if you can just unplug as much as you can, even more, even more. Any of those places where they're sticking to you, become transparent and let it move through you. You don't need to hold on to anything. There you go. Beautiful. Notice how your body shifted right there. There's a difference in the way the body just adjusted to that. Yeah. Okay. And then you can feel yourself more. You can hear yourself more. You can connect with your inner wisdom more from this place. But right now, we just want to feel what we feel like as best we can in this setting. Okay. Right. So from this place, you're actually more connecting with what you're broadcasting, your signal that you're putting out into the world. What's your signal? What are you broadcasting? What are you broadcasting? There we go. Yeah, there we go. But just bring that awareness in. Just bring that awareness in. Just bring that awareness in. Okay. Even more. There we go. Even more. Even more. See if you can bring your awareness to where that signal radiates out from you. Yeah. There it is. Someone really connected with that. Beautiful. Yep, you got it. And bring it in even more. See if you can stay with where that signal broadcasts from within you. And what does that sound like? What does that feel like? Yeah. This feels fun. I feel a lot of fun energy here from everyone connecting with themselves in this way. What does that feel like for you? Put a few words in the comments. Let me know for those of you who are here live. What are you noticing? Someone noticed a difference. What are you noticing? What are you noticing, Jonas, if you're still here and you're playing with us? Right? Okay. Now, also keep in mind that what others are perceiving from you is not you. It's their perception of you, and they're taking you in just like you're taking them in. Okay. So they can misperceive your signal very easily based on their own configuration and misinterpreting things. They do it all the time. Okay, so the idea is to kind of keep our signals clear. We want to broadcast clearly. Oh, you're so welcome. Hi, Sophia. Nice to have you here. You want to broadcast clearly and you want to receive clearly, right? And then one of the ways that we can do that is by getting into a coherent heart state, which we've talked about on other sessions all the time. Okay, so that's one of the easiest ways to organize your field so that you broadcast and receive without distortion, right? This creates health and vitality in your well-being and your all aspects of your life. Okay, but here we just want to play with the distinctions of what you're perceiving, right? So when you go about your day to day and this week, I invite you just to practice and play with this. Like just feel yourself taking in, you know, animate objects and inanimate objects. Is there anything coming off from an inanimate object? You know, rocks have their own consciousness. Crystals have their own consciousness. Okay, so you can even do that with your crystals. You can do that with any natural form, and also play with things that are inanimate. What are you perceiving from that? Are you getting anything from that? Okay, because you're getting information from it. What is that information? Okay, well, that was fun. I didn't know we were going to go into that today. And I also invite you to spend some time detoxing your own field and take some time alone so you can get acquainted with your own energy and what you're broadcasting out into the world. So you can become a clearer, so you can distinguish really what's you and what's not you. Okay, so that you're not going to get overwhelmed by the emotional states of others. Okay, you're not going to take that on. It's not yours. Let them have it. You can just witness it and enjoy the movie, right? Okay, dear ones, I hope to see you Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time for Sonic Acupuncture. Your presence helps other people in their well-being as well. It's the link is in the description, so I hope to see you there and invite all the ones you think would love it. And I thank you for coming together with me to harmonize the nature of oneself. Nice to meet you, Jonas. Good to see you, Sophia. Hi, Mom. And Facebook user. I can't tell who you are, but I'm glad you're here. Blessings, everyone.